A 14-year-old just shattered America's pro soccer record. Manchester City signed him at 13, their youngest international signing ever. 20 years ago, another 14-year-old from America held the exact same record. Nike handed him a $1 million deal before his first game. Sports Illustrated called him the next Pele. By 25, his career was dead. So is Cavan Sullivan about to become America's greatest player ever? Or are we watching another disaster on repeat? Here's what you're about to learn. The 3 technical skills that separate world-class talent from hype. Why Freddy Adu collapsed and why Sullivan might actually succeed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for in any young player. You'll never fall for manufactured hype again. Freddy Adu walks onto an MLS field at the age of 14, the youngest professional athlete in American sports history. Nike already cut him a $1 million deal before he even played his first game. Sports Illustrated put him on the front cover and called him the next Pele. What everyone saw was a kid dribbling around men like they were traffic cones. Vision that most professionals never develop, making soccer look effortless in a country that barely even understood the game. American soccer had been starving for this, but here's what they missed. Adu never built that technical foundation that European players had mastered since the age of 12. His first touch under pressure was inconsistent. His spatial awareness was youth level, and his tactical intelligence, well, he just couldn't adapt. And by 19, he's bouncing from club to club. DC United, Real Salt Lake, Benfica, Monaco, each move a step down. 15 clubs, 11 countries, 8 years. He wasn't developing, he was literally surviving. By 25, this was all over. Here's what killed Freddy Adu. American soccer threw him in professional competition before teaching him how to play at the highest level. Now cut to 2024, Cavan Sullivan steps onto the field at 14 years and 293 days old. Or should I say, days young. He just broke Adu's record. And Manchester City already signed him at 13, their youngest international signing ever. And the thing is, City don't mess up. They turned Kevin De Bruyne into the best midfielder on the planet. They molded Phil Foden from an academy kid to an England superstar. They know exactly what world class looks like. So either Sullivan is genuinely different, or we are watching the most sophisticated soccer club in the entire world repeat America's biggest mistake. So which one is it? Watch Sullivan's first touch when a defender closes him down. It doesn't bounce. It sticks like Velcro. The ball goes exactly where he needs it, under pressure, every single time. That is not athleticism. That is 10,000 hours of technical drilling. Now watch how he scans before he receives the ball. His head's up, reading passing lanes, defensive position, and spaces to exploit, all before the ball even reaches his feet. European academies call this game intelligence. It is the gap between knowing what to do with the ball and knowing what to do before you get it. And Adu did not have this. Not at 14, not even at 24. But here's why Cavan Sullivan does. The Philadelphia Union Academy is one of the 3 MLS academies built on the European model. Not bigger, faster, stronger. Instead, master technique first and compete later. And then there's Manchester City. They identified Sullivan at 13 because his technical profile matched European Academy standards. 2-footed, a press-resistant first touch, and spatial awareness beyond his years. Sullivan isn't just special, he is truly a once-in-a-generation athlete. He's special because his development pathway mirrors Europe's from day one. Adu trained in American systems that prioritized early exposure over technical mastery. And Sullivan trains at Manchester City, the exact same environment that produces some of the best players in the world. That's not hype, that is infrastructure. But here's the brutal truth, because most teenage prodigies failed. Sonny Pike, Ajax signed him at the age of 7. They called him the next Maradona. He never played professional soccer. Freddy Adu wasn't the fluke, he was the pattern. So what makes everyone think that Sullivan's going to break it? Sullivan is 14, is probably the most scrutinized 14-year-old in American sports history. Adu had magazines, Sullivan has social media. Millions watch his every touch, every moment, every mistake. He's already playing professionally. His body is still developing. And one bad injury derails everything. Here's the most dangerous part. Sullivan could prioritize results over development. Win now instead of learn now. That is what destroyed Adu. He chased playing time at other clubs instead of staying put and mastering the fundamentals. 13 clubs in 8 years. Consistent chaos and absolutely zero plan. Messi didn't make his full professional debut until he was 17 because Barcelona carefully managed his minutes. Development over short-term playing time wins every single time. Sullivan's Manchester City contract has the exact same protection. He won't join City's first team until he's 18 years old. 4 more years in Philadelphia. 4 more years to develop without that European pressure. 4 more years of mastering the fundamentals. This isn't just a transfer, this is a development blueprint. Foden spent years in City's academy before breaking into the first team. Now, he's one of the best players on the planet, and that is Sullivan's model. The system matters just as much as talent. Sullivan isn't just one player, he's a test case. If he succeeds, American development finally catches up to Europe. If he fails, America still have no idea what they are doing. Even if Sullivan does reach his ceiling, which is very high, the US still needs more players like him. The question isn't whether Sullivan will make it, the question is whether his pathway can be copied. Are other MLS academies adopting the same model as the Philadelphia Union Academy? Are American youth soccer coaches learning that European technical curriculum? Or is Sullivan an outlier that just simply won't scale? Here's what Sullivan's story gives you: the blueprint to evaluate every American prospect going forward. Stop asking yourself, is this kid the next big thing? Start asking yourself, does his first touch hold up under an immense amount of pressure? Is his academy teaching European level standards? Does he have a structured pathway to elite competition? These are the markers for world-class potential, not manufactured hype. You now have the framework to spot real talent. But Sullivan's story is just one piece of a much bigger puzzle. The question that drives everything we've discussed today is, why hasn't America produced a soccer GOAT yet? Somebody who competes with Messi, Ronaldo, or a Pele. The answer reveals the exact systematic failures that created the Adu disaster, and why Sullivan represents a potential turning point. If you want to understand the deep structural problems that have been holding American soccer back for decades, and why the next generation might actually break through, watch why the US men's national team hasn't produced a soccer GOAT yet. It connects everything you've learned here into the complete picture of American soccer's evolution. Now here's your next move. Watch Cavan Sullivan's next game. Don't watch his goals or assists. Watch his first touch. Watch his positioning off the ball. Watch how he reads the game under pressure. This is where you'll see how he is truly different to Freddy Adu. Sullivan's failure or success won't just decide his career. It'll reveal whether American soccer has evolved or whether we're trapped in this vicious cycle. You now know what separates the hype from the reality. American soccer is either finally getting it right or proving it never will. And you'll be the one who can tell which.